Hi guys, Shimmy here back again with our second update on our Fred Henry's appreciation build. As you can see, we got her until our top coat. It's been pretty well, there's no dust on it anywhere that you can see. So I'm just going to set the one side and let it cure overnight, right there too at least, before we start getting the decals onto it. We're still to do the bonnet. Got a bit of a mishap in the primer, so I just spotted it before I got the top coat on, so there's a bit of a fingerprint there. I actually done it myself, but it fell over, so I lifted it and put a wee fingerprint on it. So I'll give it a flatten down before we get a top coat on. So side steps, they have all done black. Not too worried about the colour that's going on because the tassel goes over that anyhow. So I did it on black, and then there's just two wee parts here at the side here, they're done the red as well. Now I went for like a buff interior, it's an XF57. Now there is tassels as well with this, so I think it's going to tie in well with this particular colour. Too much bright light. That's the front seat. Door cards done the same. There's a few other different colours to go on the door cards before tassel goes onto it. Then there's speaker grills, handles and so forth. They have highlighted in chrome maybe, or satin silver. And then our dashboard. So we're getting the SMD into the dashboard just to light that up as well. Don't leave up more work. We'll get this out of the road. As you can see, it's come up pretty well. I look well on all those white tassels going to it, the Cobra, Ford Cobra and stuff like that there, the racing team tassels all going to it. Did get an orbit done this last night again. We got our brake calipers now done the red, discs and all those wee, there's a Fuchs tassel that goes on to each caliper. I've got 3 sets of different wheels for this. I don't know whether to go for the white walls or to go for the original wheels that was in with the kit, which are those ones there. Let's see, they are sitting here somewhere. There we are. I don't know where to put these ones on with the low profile tires, or else just go for the white walls. The different alloy, different setup on the wheel, because the white walls will not fit those these wheels here. They're just too big, these wheels, for the tires to fit. Oh, get in the bugger. I don't know what they are about, somewhere with the tail wire. But there you go guys, short update. Those are the tassels that comes with this particular kit. That is for the bed. Those grey ones goes onto the doors and the seats and so forth, and there's a couple of Fuchs emblems and a couple of other bits and bobs. And you get a nice wee tassel there. That would look actually nice on the back wall, maybe on the glass. I don't know, we'll see what way it comes out. But there you go guys, short update on our Ford pickup, the FD100 from Fuchs. So alright guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you later. Bye. Hey guys, Shimmy here, back again. Second one of the day, so this is part 3 on Fred Henry's appreciation build. Now, we got the tassels on, got her painted. Didn't follow the tassels the exact because they changed the trucks around. This being the Fuchs truck, and then the other truck are slightly different. Now this is the original one out of the AMT kit. This is the first one. Now tassel options, there was a pile of tassels here to choose from. So I kind of I'll probably not see it, most of them are glare, but they are there. There's white stripes down the bottom here, they have to go up and over it. So they'll go on maybe some stage tomorrow before I do the clear on it. So I tried to follow the tassels pattern here as close as possible. The doors are okay. So we got it on the doors and the front fenders, front wings, depends where you're from. Back end of the bed itself, slightly different, so you weren't going to get that genuine Ford parts up in the corner here, where it shows you on the pickup itself, the back. So I moved it down the stones of a wheel arch. Got those decals in reasonably okay. The bottom one here, which I just can't make out, number 7 it is on it. Don't know what that is in 7. Well, this one here. Let's see, you probably get that back. I probably would be able to get that up in the top corner here, maybe. Number 7. Oh, well, try and keep it in the camera. Top corner. So I don't want to have it all up. I don't want too many decals over it and make it look terrible looking. So I might put that one up in here just to break that corner up. So the rest of them are on fine. Bonnet, the racing team on the bonnet there, as you can see. That's all to get cleared, so I'll clear it tomorrow. That's it. It's a satin red now at the minute. I'll give it a clear coat tomorrow once everything's just all settled down. So we really only got it mocked together. So we've got the interior painted here. I'll just show you that in a second here. Or when I hold on. So we've got the bonnet, or sorry, where am I getting bonnet from? We've got the dashboard done. I'm getting interference, the lights are then we give it a satin coat. So that there is number X57. I've done that in. Buff. Give it a clear, a matte finish, just to protect that dull finish on the buff before we put our decals on and cut the wee highlights in out of the chrome or satin, silver, one or the other. And then we get our decal in and our SMD for to light up the dashboard. Door cards, again they got the satin finish on them. There's a big decal goes over the whole door more or less. Where is it? It's just here. So there's a couple of there's two wee speakers down the bottom here, so they're going to have to be penciled in between black and silver. Now those here actually go over the door panels. There's your ring cut out for the speaker. Let's see if I have one. Those are their seats, back seats, and in the front, so one or the other. I think it's for the dash. I can't be sure now, I check the instructions. And then we've got this for our bed. Bed sitting off camera here in the booth. So I know the steps now are done black. I'm not too worried what colour this is because this is going to go over 10 anywhere. Radiators sitting there. We got our chassis near enough finished. We got our discs and calipers and all on it. So I'm happy enough now the way it's turned out. So there's no more decals of what I can see here. It has to go on anywhere. And I just double check before we start putting things up. So I'll get all the SMDs made for it some stage tomorrow. There's not that many in this, and there's only 2 at the back, and I think there's what are we here? 4 at the front. You've got 2 headlights and 2 indicators just down the bottom. Now regarding the wheels, these are wheels for the first truck. The wheels and tires are in the other bag for the MT kit. I should have this out, sorry guys. You have a couple of choices here. I don't know how you're going to make them out. So you've got, I think these ones are for the Cobra itself, the spoke wheels. And then you've got those, very similar to those wheels there. A wee bit thicker on the bars. But as I said yesterday, I think the white is going to look nice in this. The white walls. But the only thing is, they won't fit onto this tire, this rim. They're just too thick and there's not a mission of getting them over it. So I might have to change the wheels out over to those chrome ones if I decide to go for the white walls, because as I say, the white walls really do look nice on it. Rather than having those like kind of a modern rims on it with the low profile tires. I don't know. I'll make a set up and try it each set on and we'll see what it's like and we'll take it from there. But anyway, I'm going to start the Cobra tomorrow to itself. I've got that set aside. There's a lot of lanes in this here, a lot of panel, or sorry, I'm getting panel lines from. A lot of what's what I'm looking for, lots of words here. Mold lines along the back here, down the front, so forth, and just the edge of the bonnet. So they're all going to have to be flattened out, the same as with that. I had a couple of lanes up around the front fenders and so forth, and then around the back wasn't too bad, but this is a hell of a lot worse. So we'll get that ready for priming and stuff tomorrow, and we'll hopefully get into some kind of colour tomorrow, red again, sorry. So as I say, back seats, or sorry, front seats here, that big Decals, where is it? I had it there a second, I'm setting things down, don't know where to put them. That grey actually goes onto the seat. I think there's a wee badge or something, or some forth. Some kind goes up in the middle, I think it's a wee maybe Ford album or something, I don't know, I can't see it here. Yeah, there is, I think it's a wee Ford album, number 20, it's very small. I think it's Ford, no, it says Foose, actually, sorry, beg your pardon. Just there at the end of my finger here, number 20. So I'll go up in the top corner there. Right guys, let's go. So we'll get it clear tomorrow and we'll get those cross members all cut out of it. So I was using them just to the pegs to hold it on and so forth. See if I have big cross member in the front there. I know the grill. I'm debating whether to do the there's another part here that has to be done red or black. I just got to double check here again now before I start putting things up. So I think the colours are all going to tie in well with it. Once I get the rest of the detail paint on there and that, and then the Decals and so forth, and then them rims on, I just think it's going to look really well. So thoughts and ideas guys, do you think you should go for the white walls or just go for those big ones here, the low profile tires? It's just sitting off camera there. Them ones. Anyway, no problem. So there we are guys. Sailing right through this rebuild. I haven't had any problems yet as such. Touch wood. The rest of the build will go together reasonably fine. Now saying that, we haven't touched any of the MT kit yet at all, so only time will tell. Right guys, no problem, as I said. I'll speak to you all later, and thanks for watching. Bye. Hi guys, see me here, back again. This is part 4. We got her in clear. Now we're running the problem of those white Decals going up over the roof and down the bonnet. I had them on last night. We'll call it here now. You're not going to see them probably with the brightness of the white light above me. But the 2 white Decals are both on this. I had it on the roof last night and on the bonnet. And I was just about to put the solution on them, and I happened to notice all these wee red dots. So it says, what's going on here? So I looked at the Decal carefully, and it was actually full of pinholes. So the red was showing through all the wee pinholes, and it just looked terrible. So they off they came, and that was the end of that. So no stripes up and over. Now there is a set of black stripes. I don't think black's going to go over it, so I'll just left as it is. So we got it in clear. We got our bonnet in clear. They're going to need a polish, I think. It's a bit grainy on it in places, but overall it hasn't come out too bad now. So I'll give it a good flatten down, and then I'll fill up again with the tomato paste. Back end, excuse me, back end's done as well. We got all our Decals on it. Back end isn't too bad. Now, I did make a mistake in a sense where I should have blanked the Foose emblem off with a piece of stock card over the whole lot before I primed it and painted, but it was too late by that stage, so we'll just leave it as it is. So again, hasn't turned out too bad. But I was just raging with those white Decals. It was down up and over the roof. There's nothing I can do about it. I could have done it, masked it up and painted it on, but I'm not going to do the risk maybe removing some paint. But as much as you key the bodywork, you always sometimes you're near enough going to pull a bit of paint off somewhere, and I didn't want to do that, so I just left it as it was, as it is. Sorry. Now what I've noticed here is a big piece of dirt slap bang in the middle of the roof, so that should polish out okay. You can probably just make it out here if I can get it. There you go. But the rest of it, it's fine. So it'll polish up really well. So I'll give it an extra day now before we start flattening it down and getting it prepped for assembly. What I did do, I got it, it's not just off camera, I'll just go and get it. I did go with those Decals that came with the first kit. They're still settling down in some places. Now I'm in two mains. This grey is going to tie in with the red. Now the base, sorry, the floor I've done grey. The rest of the door cards and so forth, sorry I might have shot here. The base of the cab's done grey. The two door cards are done the tan colour. And there's actually two Decals that goes on to the door cards itself, this colour. Our dashboard, as I said, I've done that last night, I showed it, so there's no point in going in depth on it. There's really nothing on it at the minute. So our Decals to go on, our relighting, the SMD has to go on top to light the dashboard. But overall, starting to really take shape now. That most of the painting's all done and dusted, bar just the Holly shop. Happy enough with it. Right guys, there you go. Slowly but surely it's just starting to take shape. So I'm happy enough with it. Started. There you go. Right guys, that's me away, so thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all later. Bye. Right guys, part 5 of our Fred Henry's build on the Cobra race team. Pickup, trailer and Cobra. Just about to get this Cobra now prepped for a primer. There's an awful lot of mold lines in it along the top of the fenders, back wheel arches and so forth, trailing edges of the bonnet, just down below the front headlights. Here's a big nasty mold line. Same for across the back here. So all what you see here in black is a really nasty molded line which has to be flattened out. So bear with me. Look at the flatten down here, we'll get it in primer, and we'll get it into the red, and then we'll see about getting it dazzled up. There's a load of dazzle options for the Cobra as well as there was for the pickup itself. So I won't try and keep it in the same theme as the tow truck, or sorry, not tow truck, beg your pardon, the pickup, and we'll see what happens. Again, I think there's white walls for this as well, or slicks, one or the other. There's actually slicks on different tires, different wheels for it. So we'll set it up and see which one looks best on it. So bear with me, I'll be back very shortly. Right guys, we got our primer. We got all those nasty mold lines all out of it, along across the back, right along the whole length of the car almost, bar the doors, and then at front as well, down the back. Now you have 3 ways of building this. Where is it? You have stock, racing, and what's the other one? Drag. So there's 3 different ways you can build this. See if we can get this out first. Right, let's see, get this camera down a wee bit. Try and adjust the brightness, let's see. Look at that better. Right. So we've got the street version, final street assembly. Basically standard car on the road. Your grills and so forth. You can put the hood on it, convertible roof. The second one is racing. You get the half screen, roll bar, your bonnet scoop, your tongue groove for the back. There's no bumpers at all in this. I don't even think there's a grill for it. No. It's basically really a bare, if you know what I mean, bare minimum on this. Your wing wires, the rest of your your roll bar. Next one is the fail on the drag assembly. Slightly differently from the previous two. You have your windscreen, or you have an option of putting a half screen in it. Again, you have your roll bar here. You have your trumpets come out the top. You have a choice of two different grills here, I think it is. Drag grill and then a fuel tank attached to the grill. Back bumper, and then your tail lights and flutter caps and so forth like that. So it's a combination of which one I want to build here. Do I want to build the race one or the drag? We'll see what happens. Again, on the drag, I'm just going to have to double check on decals. I don't think there's much decals on it. No, that's actually on the box itself. Engine. Now, again, I have a couple of different ways of building this engine as well. And then we've got our wheels I spoke about the last time. There's 3 different sets. And then we'll have our chassis build up, suspension and so forth, exhaust, leaf springs and what have you. Interior, slightly different combination again with this. The steering wheel, gear shift, handbrake and so forth. On this side is where you attach your hinges. Put that word out there. Your hinges for your boot lid and your trunk. Start your trunk and your hood. Again, I've test fitted those fit nice and neat. I'm going to paint them separate off the car because sometimes it's getting in around the edges with the airbrush. Sometimes it's quite easy to miss. We don't want that, so we'll just paint them all off in one section in a sense, and then assemble them all. That way you know they're all going to be covered in paint. So there you go. So now that it's in primer, I'll give it a flatten down and get it ready for the red there. It's on the tow truck itself. I twice I've said tow truck. Don't know where I'm getting the tow truck from. Pickup. So as I say, it's come out pretty well now. All those lines are away, so I'm glad that's seen too. So hopefully this will build nice and neat. Right guys, back shortly. We'll paint this time. Right guys, we got our paint. Cobra. It's come out pretty well. All them old lines are all long gone. So we'll give it until tomorrow. Get this camera up a bit. We'll give it until tomorrow till it's completely rock dry. And we'll see about casting it up, and then we'll give it a coat of clear. The same way I done the pickup. Pickups come out pretty well, so I'm happy enough with that. Up next is the wee trailer for it. Let's see, it's not much to the trailer. As you can see here, pretty small, so it's small enough for to hold the Cobra. So we're going with doing that silver. I don't think it's going to look nice and red. I don't want to all red in a sense. So the silver should break it all up. Silver on the box anyhow, the box art, so we'll just go along with that. Regarding lights or anything like that. There's nothing on the instructions here to see for tail lights or nothing like that, so we'll probably add a couple of tail lights to it, just a red, two red tail lights. So here you go, guys. We'll be back shortly here with the Decals and the clear coat on the Cobra, and we'll see how that pans out. So it's come out, as I say, pretty well. I'm happy enough with it, and no more lines in it anywhere. So next stage, as I say, Decal up, clear coat, and then we'll work on our suspension and so forth, and chassis and engine on the Cobra. Near enough everything's finished on the pickup here, so I've showed this now, so I'm just waiting for everything to be tied up in around the bodywork ways of the pickup. So she got her clear this morning and it's going pretty well. There's the wee wheels I'm going for, the white walls. I decided on those, so I think they're going to tie in well with the build itself. Our hood, it came up pretty well too. There's no dart on it anywhere I can see, so happy enough with it. Right guys, we're back shortly here on the Decals for the Cobra, so bear with me.